This is ABC7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilgus. Thank you for joining us tonight. We do begin with some breaking news in Sarasota. A part of US 41 northbound is shut down after a pedestrian was struck and killed. This happened just north of University Parkway. A vehicle was driving north on US 41. You are looking at a live look of the scene right now. The pedestrian was hit at this location. Police are on the scene. Again, US 41 northbound is shut down just past University Parkway. We'll have more details as they become available. A state of emergency is now in effect here in the state of Florida regarding the opioid epidemic. Governor Rick Scott is issuing an executive order declaring a public health emergency statewide. ABC7's Rick Adams is in the newsroom with more on this story.
Well, this state of emergency declaration will now free up millions of dollars. It's money that will help in the fight against this drug epidemic. The numbers are alarming. Last year, an estimated 4,000 people died from opioid drug overdoses associated mainly with heroin, fentanyl, and prescription drugs. Governor Rick Scott's state of emergency declaration immediately frees up $27 million of federal money that can be used for prevention, treatment, and recovery services.
People need access to treatment. We need to educate the community about the risks that they're facing if they use these drugs, and we need to prevent those individuals who could use these from ever starting in the first place.
Scott's announcement on Wednesday comes after the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention declared a national opioid epidemic.
He wanted to identify that the crisis was real, and he wanted to get some evidence and gather some opinions from people and not just not go out half-cocked on it.
Manatee County is one of the counties in Florida that is near the top when it comes to the opioid epidemic, including overdose deaths. Manatee County Sheriff Rick Wells says the state's actions will help he and his team in their constant battle against this drug crisis.
We're working so hard to try to prevent people from dying. Yes, I get very impatient. It upsets me, and it upsets all of us.
Wednesday's announcement comes just a day after state officials met with local leaders in Palmetto regarding the state's drug epidemic. Also, the Senate passed a bill imposing tougher criminal penalties against those folks trafficking fentanyl. Reporting from the newsroom, I'm Rick Adams. Back to you.
Thank you, Rick. A bank robbery suspect in Sarasota is behind bars tonight after several community members stepped in to help police take him into custody. Deputies say a man robbed the Florida Central Credit Union on Cattleman Road in Sarasota. This was around 2 o'clock this afternoon. Afterward, he ran into the nearby neighborhood that was on Indianwood Way. A man who lives there in one of the homes saw the suspect, called 911, and tried to hold the suspect at gunpoint for authorities. But the suspect ran to another home where two men confronted him before deputies arrived.
There was no instance. As soon as the cops came around the corner, he put his hands on the car and they took him, with no problems.
We always want to give credit to community members who help us. This isn't a job that we can do by ourselves, so we are grateful to community members who assisted. Also, I think this really speaks volumes about how cohesive our agency is.
The case is still under investigation. Charges are pending. New details tonight on a Sarasota-based circus operator involved in a tent collapse that killed 2 people in New Hampshire. Walker International Events is now facing more fines after pleading guilty to several charges in court today. Andy Hirschberger has the details.
The president of Walker International Events appeared by video from Florida in a Coos County courtroom for what many hope will be the final chapter in this case. John Caudill Jr.'s company pleaded guilty to 1 count of failing to get a license to erect a circus tent in 2015, a tent that collapsed in high winds, killing 2 and wounding dozens of people.
What my client and his company has gone through has been nothing compared to those who were injured and killed in this tragic accident, and that was part and parcel of what I tried to explain to the judge.
Walker International has also agreed to plead guilty to 7 additional criminal charges that resulted from the investigation into the deadly collapse. They include things like allowing flame effects without a permit and failing to properly mark emergency exits. The company has already been fined by OSHA and have been involved in a number of civil suits. This guilty plea carries a fine of $18,600. All of the guilty pleas will be official once the fine is paid.
The folks who lost their lives and their families, obviously, our hearts go out to them, and this is a little consolation, probably, either way, whatever we did. And
Defense attorney Michael Licapino said Caudill has been terribly shaken by the collapse and is sorry for what happened.
He and all of his employees cooperated throughout the investigation, and we've made every effort to continue to cooperate and to resolve this matter in a manner that is good for him, but also for those who were injured and who died.
Early voting is now underway for the municipal elections in the city of Sarasota and in the city of Northport. So far, nearly 7,000 people have cast their ballots. Ron Turner, the supervisor of elections for Sarasota County, released the current numbers of early votes. More than 600 people in each Sarasota and Northport have participated in early voting. More than 3,000 residents in Sarasota have submitted votes by mail, while 2,000 people in Northport have also voted by mail so far. In Sarasota, 10% of registered voters have cast their ballots, while 6% have voted in Northport. Early voting continues until Saturday, and then Election Day is Tuesday, so get out and make your voice heard. To hear more from the candidates running for Sarasota City Commission in this upcoming election, you can find tonight's debate from ABC7 News at 7. All of the commissioners were on the panel tonight. You can go to our webpage and watch that roundtable discussion. Big changes are on the way for Venice Regional Bayfront Health. CEO John McClain is stepping down. In just over 2 weeks, he's moving up to North Carolina to be closer to family. During his 2 years at the hospital, he's overseen a $15 million renovation, and this was following several major pipe leaks. The work has helped bring more patients to the hospital. McClain was also responsible for plans for a brand new 210-bed hospital to be built near I-75 and Jacaranda Boulevard. The plan is to have more surgical suites and a larger emergency room. McClain says Venice Regional will also have an emergency room as well. His last day is May 19th. Plans to expand the Legacy Trail into downtown Sarasota is stirring up quite a bit of controversy. Attorneys from a law firm held 2 town halls today to discuss a potential class action rail to trails lawsuit. Sarasota County is looking to extend Legacy Trail more than 7 miles. It currently is 10 miles long, going from South Sarasota to Venice. Part of the expansion would go over CSX railroad tracks, which would likely trigger a lawsuit.
We're going to be discussing with the landowners their potential claim relating to the conversion of the rail trail conversion that's on their property. We previously represented approximately 100 landowners for the current segment of the Legacy Trail and filed their claims against the federal government.
The firm is monitoring the properties north of the Legacy Trail all the way to Payne Park, where the expansion is expected to take place. And now for a check on our forecast, let's head over to Bob. We did have some storms in some areas today.
Yeah, reviewing those storms, Haley, get a look at them. We had the showers and storms develop along the sea breeze. They started moving east, then the outflow created some other showers moving west, and then these moved south. And that's what happens when you have the collision of the outflow boundaries that occurred today and the sea breeze front all kind of coming together at once, and showers and storms going in all different kinds of directions. Right now, no rain out there and over land. There's one lone shower off into the Gulf of Mexico. As far as rainfall totals go across the area, pretty impressive amounts. Nearly 3 inches right there in East Manatee County, southwestern portions of Hardy County, 2.2 in southwest DeSoto County, and the Lakewood Ranch webcam showing the clouds kind of building up throughout the late afternoon and evening and bringing some showers around Lakewood Ranch. Not everyone got the rainfall, but it was around. I think we'll have a much better chance of getting some more widespread rain beginning tomorrow night. We'll have more of that forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. In national news tonight, 10 months after Alton Sterling was shot and killed during a struggle with 2 Baton Rouge police officers, the Department of Justice says no federal civil rights charges will be filed. Last July, video showed 2 Baton Rouge police officers struggling on the ground seen here with Sterling. An officer shouted that Sterling had a gun. Sterling was then shot multiple times. Officers later found a gun in his pocket. The Department of Justice says they don't have enough evidence to charge officers Blaine Salamone and Howie Lake because investigators aren't sure if Sterling reached for his gun. Now, Louisiana authorities will investigate whether state criminal charges should be filed.
Make it clear that Alton Sterling's life mattered, that his family's Life matters.
I'm just asking everybody to step forward so we can continue to get justice, because it can't stop right here.
The governor of Louisiana and the mayor of Baton Rouge are calling for peace tonight, saying the case is not over. In Washington, a vote is set for tomorrow on a new bill to repeal and replace Obamacare. House Republicans are hopeful they have enough support for this vote on health care reform after a new amendment was added that aims to protect people with pre-existing conditions. The change would give states $8 billion over 5 years to help cover those with pre-existing conditions, but also allowing insurance companies to charge more for that coverage. And straight ahead, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with the official Suncoast forecast. Plus, flooding wreaking havoc across parts of the Midwest and the South. A look at the damage. And if you see an invite to a Google Doc, stop, do not open it. What you need to know about this phishing scam.
Now's a perfect time to create a custom system with California Closets. During our Door and Drawer event, save up to $500 on beautiful doors and drawers for any room. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
What Florida city is best known for spaceflight?
Cape Carnival.
Cape Carnival? Close enough. What condiment includes vinegar, molasses, and anchovies?
Westchester sauce?
Close enough. And now, a word from our sponsors.
One-off from the Florida Lottery. Now available for pick 2, 3, 4, and 5 games. Miss by one on any or all numbers and still win.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help. With Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to californiaclosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
Bob and I are just discussing the hurricane season right around the corner.
Not too far off. You know, it's approaching, fast approaching. We've already had the first named storm, and we have our big hurricane special. It takes place June 1st from 7 until 8 o'clock. A live program. It's been well received. We got a lot of the EOC, the directors from the emergency management from all the counties kind of talking and answering your questions. The questions today is, how much rain did we get? We had a lot of rainfall out there, you know, as a result of some showers and storms that developed around the sea breeze front for the most part. A different front will bring us a much wider variety of showers and storms beginning tomorrow night. That front will produce the possibility of severe weather. We had some small hail with some of the storms today. And this photo was sent in today. This is at Gator Creek. Jeff Freeman sending this one, a big gator. He said it was about 12 feet in length. You can't get a good perspective of it there, but you can see how that water level is way down there on hole number 2 of Gator Creek. Appreciate that photo. This is a more tranquil picture of a sandhill crane at Saranoga Golf Club. Bob Mitchell shooting this one right there, and beautiful shot it is. And this one also very picturesque of the showers and storms that were around high atop the treetops there in Parrish, Florida. Tom Connor getting that wonderful shot of all the intense clouds and storms that were around today associated with that sea breeze front. Here's the storm system, though, that's going to bring some changes, some cooler weather headed our way. But before that, we're going to see another warm day tomorrow, and then the showers and storms will develop late tomorrow, just around sunset, and then continue again around sunrise. For the time being, the rain is over here. Rainfall amounts, I showed you this earlier, up to 3 inches in places, mainly east of the interstate where that sea breeze developed. 75 right now. There are a few clouds around, still warm, dew point up there, and winds out of the east-southeast at 8. The pressure, 30 inches even. The high today was well above average, not close to the record though, and 71 was the morning low. That is summer-like, and that's the reason why we saw those summer storms around. Just enough moisture and the sea breeze kicking in to get some rainfall, but mainly away from the coastal locations and the majority of our population. Hourly forecast tomorrow shows a mixture of sun and clouds. Temperatures into the mid-80s right through the day. No real threat of any rainfall. There's a slight chance for a shower mainly east of the interstate, pushing away from the coast tomorrow afternoon. This is at 8:30 tomorrow. Big storms over the Panhandle, and then we have the front approaching tomorrow evening. Now look at this, line showers weakens. At least this model weakens it. I think it may be holding together a little bit more so than this depicts. If we see any rainfall, it'll be inland during the afternoon, pushing toward the east coast. Then the actual cold front will move through on Friday morning. This is at 5:30 a.m. A little snapshot there showing showers around. And then the larger storms developing and pushing to the southeast by 8:30, 9 o'clock. Most of the action should be clearing our area and then turning clearing and cooler much behind the front on Saturday and Sunday. There could be a shower or two, but not much to the north. There is a chance we could see some severe thunderstorms anywhere from 8 until 8 on Friday. 8 in the morning, that is, 8 and 8:30, again, 8 o'clock Thursday and 8 on Friday. And there's a small chance for tornadic activity. That'll be mainly to our north, however. Satellite and radar pictures showing and depicting this area of low pressure intensifying over Missouri and Arkansas. Temperature is much cooler behind it, too. 46 in Kansas City, 48 in St. Louis, and the same in Toronto right now. For boaters tomorrow, a little bit windier. South winds at 15 knots, and seas will be 2 to 4 feet with a moderate chop out there. Water temperature at 83 degrees, and the UV index at a 10 tomorrow. Low tide upcoming, 3:29. High tide will be at 10:19, and sunrise at 6:49, 8:05 for sunset tomorrow. Clearing skies tonight. Showers are over. It will be warm, 70 for your low. And tomorrow, look for mostly sunny in the morning, a few clouds in the afternoon, a high near 87, and breezy conditions. The extended forecast does call for a good chance for rain beginning tomorrow night and continuing into Friday morning, tapering off after 8:30, 9 o'clock, like I said, and then turning breezy and cooler for Saturday. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. Relentless rain leading to massive flooding in Missouri and Arkansas. Thousands of people cut off from work and school. Major interstates now sitting waterlogged and empty. ABC's Emily Rao has the latest.
Major traffic arteries in the Midwest submerged. A short commute in St. Louis has turned into an hours-long trek. The deadly disaster putting life and property on the line.
And then just to see this happen again, just heartbreaking. Hopefully this wall of sandbags will hold.
Hundreds of homes are damaged. At least 5 people have died because of the flooding. The Coast Guard and National Guard both on hand to help, along with a small army of locals determined to do whatever it takes to protect homes and businesses in towns along Missouri's swelling rivers.
We've been up all night running pumps. We've got 5 pumps running in here trying to keep the water pumped out.
In some areas, though, the pumps and sandbags were no match for the record-setting water levels. Midday Wednesday, the second major interstate, I-55, shut down, effectively isolating the entire county just south of St. Louis. 2 of the area's biggest school districts forced to cancel class, with teachers, students, and bus drivers stranded at home. And to the south, the Black River breaching this levee near Pocahontas, Arkansas, spurring flash flooding and water rescues like this one in a Walmart parking lot. A church nearby halfway underwater. The current round of rain falling could bring 3 to 4 more inches in the next few days, and that means no relief for these saturated levees and the tens of thousands of people affected by this disaster. Emily Rao, ABC News, New York.
Florida legislative leaders have reached an agreement on a new state budget after missing yesterday's deadline. Senate President Joe Negron and House Speaker Richard Corcoran announced that the legislature will extend its annual session to next Monday due to the delay in budget negotiations. The session was supposed to end on Friday.
The plan is to reconvene in Tallahassee here at 1 p.m. on Monday for consideration of the budget and budget bills, and it would be my goal that we would conclude our session at a reasonable time on Monday evening.
This is happening because lawmakers must wait 72 hours after the budget is finalized before they can vote on it. In order for a vote to be taken on Monday, the spending plan has to be put together by Friday. Any legislation not related to the budget still faces the original Friday deadline. A new bill that changes how the public is notified about pollution spills is now on its way to Governor Rick Scott's desk. The legislature has passed the bill, which would require the public to be informed about a spill within 2 days of its discovery. Companies responsible for the pollution would also need to notify the Department of Environmental Protection within 24 hours. Those who do not comply would be fined up to $10,000 a day. The legislation comes after a massive sinkhole formed at a Mosaic plant in Polk County that sent millions of gallons of contaminated water into Florida's main aquifer. The incident went unreported for a month. A bill that requires county elections officials to immediately notify voters if their signatures on vote-by-mail ballots do not match their registration forms is now heading also to Governor Scott's desk. Right now, elections officials can reject ballots if signatures don't match without notifying voters. If Governor Scott signs the bill, voters will be given a chance to prove that the ballots in question are theirs. Supporters point out that sometimes people's signatures change with age. A follow-up now on Florida Blue's payment problems this week. The insurance company has fixed a glitch that caused multiple withdrawals to be taken from bank accounts of nearly 10,000 consumers to pay their May health insurance premium. Some people were charged tens of thousands of dollars. Florida insurance officials say Florida Blue consumers were seeing these withdrawals instead of the scheduled one-time payment. Florida Blue blamed the error on a third-party vendor. The overdrafts caused some clients to have their bank accounts frozen. Google is warning users to beware of a phishing scam spread by an invitation to share what appears to be a Google Doc. Clicking on the link takes users to a site that asks permission for a fake app calling itself Google Docs. It grants access to your email account, to your contacts. It sends additional emails to your contact list. Google says it has taken action to protect users and has disabled offending accounts. Sports is next, but first here's Anthony Anderson, who is in for Jimmy Kimmel tonight.
Here's a look at tonight's show. Don't overthink it. Mama, put the meat in your mouth. Yeah, come on. Put the meat in my mama's mouth, here, Mama. Put the meat in my mama's mouth. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
There's a whole new way to bank with Achieva Checking Plus. You get new features like cell phone protection for 3 phones, plus an interest-bearing account. And that's good to know. Discover all the benefits at achievacu.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Everyone loves a bright and cheerful smile. Not everyone can find the dental care they need and can afford. Now there's a place nearby where anyone can receive professional quality dental care at an affordable cost. The LECOM School of Dental Medicine in Lakewood Ranch is now accepting patients. You will receive your care in comfortable, state-of-the-art treatment rooms. To schedule your appointment, please call the LECOM Dental Group practices, 941-405-1600. We will be happy to see you smiling again.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job. I am goodwill, yeah.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Going on now. For every 2 windows you buy, get 1 more free. Call today.
There's a whole new way to bank with Achieva Checking Plus. You get new features like full ID theft protection, and that's good to know. Discover all the benefits at achievacu.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
Now, sports.
Major League Baseball is reviewing security protocol at all 30 stadiums. This after Orioles outfielder Adam Jones said fans were shouting racial slurs in Boston. Now, other black players are speaking out saying this is common in certain cities. It's not yet clear what changes might be made, but the league has reached out to all clubs to assess their policies for regulating fan behavior. The Rays back at home tonight, continuing their 4-game series against the Marlins. Beginning at the bottom of the second, Ricky Weeks Jr. hits an RBI ground rule double down the left field line to put the Rays on the board with a run by Brad Miller. Same inning, Kevin Kiermaier hits a liner to right center field for a 2 RBI single to give the Rays a 3-run lead. Now to the top of the 4th. The Marlins respond with a home run by Marcell Ozuna to put the Marlins on the board. 2 innings later, the Rays up 4-2. JT Realmuto hits a grounder to center for the 2 RBI single to tie the game, and then the Marlins go on to win 10-6. A huge step toward the Tampa Bay Rowdies becoming a Major League Soccer team. 87% of voters approved a referendum that gives the St. Petersburg City Council authority to negotiate a long-term use agreement for Al Lang Stadium. The Rowdies CEO wants to spend $80 million to expand the stadium's capacity to 18,000 seats, although MLS has to grant one of 4 expansion teams to St. Pete. Some students at Robert H. Prine Elementary School in Bradenton got a chance to sharpen their hockey skills with the pros. The Tampa Bay Lightning visited the school today as part of the team's Build the Thunder initiative.
We're giving them an opportunity to play the game, learn a few things. It's a game that if you really enjoy as a fan, the fans are very passionate about it, and it gives them an opportunity to possibly go further and get on the ice.
4th and 5th graders got a chance to learn the basics of street hockey, including the rules of the game, how to pass, and the importance of teamwork. What a fun afternoon. That's a look at sports. We'll have our winning lotto numbers right after this.
ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Since 2004, Embracing Our Differences has used the power of art and education to promote diversity. One way it accomplishes this is through its annual outdoor exhibition of 45 billboard-sized works of art, each accompanied by an inspirational quote. Join us in creating a community that is inclusive for all, where differences are embraced and individuality is celebrated. We invite you to celebrate the voices and visions of diversity and inclusion at this year's exhibit at Sarasota's Island Park.
The official salon of ABC7. Salon.
We continue to follow some breaking news out of Sarasota where a pedestrian was hit and killed on US 41. According to the Sarasota Police Department, a man was hit and killed by a driver heading northbound on 41 just after 10 o'clock tonight. The road has been shut down just north of University Parkway. The driver is on the scene and is cooperating with this investigation. We'll continue to have updates as they become available. Now to some lighter news to close the night. What started as a spontaneous 5-minute photo shoot for the family's kitten, oh my gosh, I can't keep a straight face, has now inspired a chance to help stray animals. Kitty Schaub is a professional photographer for newborns. During some downtime, she decided to dress up her daughter's new kitten for a little fun. She posted the photos online. They went viral overnight, obviously, receiving millions of hits. When people began asking for calendars of the pictures, Schaub decided to sell them, with profits going to the organization Save a Stray. The family says the cat has not let her fame go to her head, but another furry friend is starting to feel left out.
The dog's really been jealous of the cat's newfound fame. She's been taking a lot of selfies and posting to Instagram. It's really quite pathetic. But the rest of us are really happy for Loda and the difference she's making.
I just can't even, it's just too cute. The calendars have raised more than $1,000 for the Save a Stray charity so far, but I have a feeling they're going to raise a whole lot more money. They should do the dog
So
should get
far,
a calendar
yeah,
too.
the dog, yeah. You know, I took a picture of some clouds that look like a dog. I want to show that tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I stopped and I forgot to put that on the air.
That'll be a good one. We'll look for that tomorrow. See you then.